Blessing and peace, I say, will be ever.
Blessing and peace, ever thine own, land that we love, our sweet beloved Mama Salone. All we want for Salone are the best, nothing but the best.
One with the faith, that wisdom inspires. One with the zeal, that never dies. Ever we seek to honor thy name, for us is the labor, kind of pain. We pray that no harm on the children may fall, that blessing and peace may descend on us all, so that we may serve thee ever alone.
So that we may serve thee ever thine own, land that we love, our Sierra Leone. This is not the moment where we get to Fumble Talk time, where we can discuss things that we don't happen in Salone during the week, and yourself can get opportunity for call and be part of the program. I count to me panelists there now, then go can tell Fumble Lemadu. Now so I go begin with you, Tony Toure Jones, straight from Boston. You can tell Fumble Lemadu, sir.
My family on a Kushia on a Cabo on a do this now Tony from Massachusetts, Boston.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony from Boston. Now so we'll bring in M. Yusuf Ba from Atlanta, Georgia. You can tell Fumble Lemadu, sir.
Hey, Fumble them. Another day, another blessing. I just want to say hello to everybody wherever you there. They come from the hot Atlanta to say hello and welcome again to this day. Thank you.
Thank you very much from M. Yusuf Ba, straight from Atlanta. We go bring Senesi Brahima from France. You can tell Fumble Lemadu, sir.
And me, Senesi Brahima, all the way in Normandy, France. And just want to remind people that today that the 23rd of March, we all know what will be happening 23rd March. We the day we find the first gunshots with the start from Salone. I believe this a day, a memorable day we will never forget. But I believe because of the peace they enjoy now, people don't forget. But we don't need to forget them. So I just want to remind the listeners that say today the 23rd March, when at the first day this today, and fired the first gunshots, and Mumaru, I want to say good evening and Kusha and Cabo to all the listeners. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senesi Brahima from Normandy, France. Now so we'll bring in Aaron Rashid Dean from New York. Yes, Aaron, you can tell Fumble Lemadu.
We sample them all I do and Musava on a day, Union on a do all over the world. This is me from New York City, and welcome again to the program. I hope you could join me. You could call if you have the opportunity or you want to say something significant. Thank you.
Thank you very much from Aaron Rashidin, right there in New York. I be get a plan for start the program today in a different way, but I want make all the panelists and don't come on board. Just like how Senesi say, today na the 23rd of March, and if you remember fine, but Salone, the history, how the rebel war starts, you're gonna say na today na the first bullets being fired. So because of that, I want to make we just observe 1 minute silence for all the lives then where we've been lost during the war na Salone. Now just observe 1 minute silence. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. As always, we go start the program like how we can do. If now you first time this for joining at the WanPot show, you're welcome on board. We can always take what don't happen during the week inside Salon, within our website, within our Facebook page. We come and learn at the table. We can discuss, and yourself where they listen can get the opportunity for call and be part of the program. However, if na YouTube they listen and from, I just want to make you know, say na recorded program you they listen right now. If na YouTube they listen because we can get a lot of calls them we upload na YouTube as people then can call and then can want for be part of the program. From last week, Saturday, we will come out here to date. These are the things then we record down on our website. We happen at Salon. That same Saturday, they will be there. The same net will be launching the TC building adjacent to Block A. Now the Bow Campus, Taroma location of the Jala University College. Fire be catch day and it be burned down. We be also launching the multi-purpose community center for Moaf community and all the environs them. Bolori, we na then they in charge of Wataki. We already named Bolori. They say they go build a community center for the Moaf community and the one the way they around that area there. The Freetown City Council, the mayor himself, will be post one picture, which I will be talk at one other time where we land say, Freetown City Council be don't put, collection points them na the street, but then they now for bits and pieces, then small like we drink cold water, you want for put the packet before it's wear an agonic but inside the or you charm biscuit you want to weigh the packets no you keep and they instead of to weigh but what people then do begin go take then dirty them inside and host them then they can't pack and near this waste point this collection bin there then they can't pack and the household dirty them so Freetown City Council not be glad for that then say then be careful tell people and say do ya them being then they now for them half dirty not for them you dirty them inside house the dirty them inside house now different way for to weigh them not for can pack and at get can pack and near then thing then they will be also see outside the GT Bank branch na Kenema instead be catch fire. We see outside the housemate salon, then we do eviction on the Sunday. So most of the talk that they did in social media about waiting happen, waiting not happen. We also see the Honorable Chief Justice and the Lexis Nexis. They say then they try for digitize the judiciary system na salon. Well, the other time we talk about how the Sierra Leone Parliament don't go digital. You go find out say now they get computers them, then get all things then they the judiciary back, then self they able lobby to the Lexis Nexis and say themselves they can't help them for digitize the judiciary all the takings and whatever then they do for make it be digitalized and well we go see how then they go happen. We see Usai the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, then be engaged with journalists them. Then say then they try for journalists embark on campaign to combat trafficking in persons. We also see Usai ACC say they recover further 2.4 billion for Sir Williams and Gegba. Well, then in a $600,000, but that person they still owe $300,000. Equivalent $600,000. You see, man, knock Chelsea pay and full. He left $300,000. Well, we still wait for that balance money there. Sunday, something be happening at home. I think we will go for discuss that today. They per one part thing we discuss. We pictures them begin go around, videos them begin go around. Say in their man, they sell Solomon part. Well. But good thing be happen. The Monday in their man they not open. The shop they not open at all because they're afraid, say they go mob them and stuff like that. We still say the Indian community, then we pull a press release, say, then don't they leave from more than the council salon, they don't live fine with salon people them. So then distance themselves with what happen at that street, and then we tell the police, say, then go help police for make them investigate and make them go find out waiting really happen. Well, people will not be glad that comment they be trend and it not being good. We still say again Monday night, SOS call, fire be catch na Kamayama. Kamayama day up them Lumley area. Sheriff, we go up, Sheriff Drive, Malamasa, and day Kamayama day. We still say NGC, then be pull their own first press release, say, then go boycott any election. We be talk about this the last program, about waiting be happen at Tonko Limba. So because they say they're not glad the waiting happen at Tonko Limba, they say then go boycott any election was na Unfa Ali, na ina the lead, na ina the head of neck. They want them for resign. We also see Usai, we get some shocking revelation from the Commission of Inquiry. Well, all land they go come to Pantideo program. Usai will be see some inflated figures them. Well, we get people that we try for defend all that thing and the way happen. The tourism industry in a salon, they say they try for boost them, and then they try for market salon through food tourism. We also see Usai, they say salon, they sign with an MOU with ZTI of China for come help and the agricultural business for growers. We also suicide the new direction, say na government will focus for move Sierra Leone from dependency and aid to development. They not the go bigger. They not depend on nobody, na so they say. We also suicide the ACC all in first quarterly civil society and media updates. But cutting komoyanda and we go get for Rob Month Padawande today again. We suicide the High Commissioner for Botswana and the ambassadors from Iran, the Philippines, then be present, then credentials them to President Biona State House. We also learned, say, $1.5 million contribution be come up from Japan for help for support, so then say, food insecure farming communities in a salon. But if you check that report today, then they talk about the North, Kabbalah and stuff then like that, and they that $1.5 million contribution for go help for get a sustainable way for make the people in farm day. Well, after NGC be done pull on, we still say APC self pull on, then say then not the participate by any election. What's the Unfa Ali Didi? They say they self want Unfa Ali for go. They don't want her again. But remember now, APC be appoint more. Now I think the party business don't go sour. We also see Usai First Lady Fatima Bio. Then began a honorary degree for the West African College of Nursing. We Suicide Parliament also approve 8 Supreme and Appeal Court judge them and 4 other one them. We Suicide Commissioner Francis Ben Kelfala, the man of the moment right now. We see Usai he talk about the misuse of the Red Cross. Remember one time we don't talk now. Remember that program day where Red Cross claims say $2 million be lost by that Ebola money. Well, ACC say they don't dig and waiting they find out. You go here and for this program today. We also see Usai President Biobi say in the recognize the sacrifice with the nurse and then midwives then they make, and they announce the first ever strategic plan for the nursing profession inside Salon. We also see Usai a cross section of the C4C Sierra Leone Coalition for Change. They still do. We also see Usai they say they get an executive meeting with representative. We come out on the Westminster Foundation for Democracy. We see Usai all the 3 major bridges them from Bandajuma where Nada Liberia border area, they say them bridges and they done 90% complete. pictures then they will show that. We see outside Sierra Leone police be update the press on that Gatgate incident. Somebody go to the Commission of Inquiry, we go na be witness, but at the end of the day, this witness can't turn person of interest. The judge, Biobele be tell and say, well, we glad to forget you now, but since you don't come, I want to make you know, say, you said go opportunity for a fair lawyer because we don't we get for call you come back. We suicide WAEC delegation be go, to President Bill and then go hand over waiting, then be pull come out na the 67th annual meeting na State House. We also see Usai, the master and registrar of the High Court, and other people anti-corruption go back. They say then they deal pants on Yuki business and then get in for answer. We suicide then people away and parliament be approved, then we go na State House and then we go take the oath of office. We also see Usai, the agricultural minister, be gonna put local and he go give them hope. Well, we suicide the president and the delegation, then we go Abu Dhabi, na Dubai, and people a lot of comments about that. We see Osai Bome be catch fire because of the heat and all that in the day, be catch fire, and we also see the Premier League. We be get an update of how they stand in the day now. The RSA be engaged the media practitioner there and call for sustained support on road safety campaign. Well, Bo Rangers, that team will not be the win, we don't begin win. Well, problem be happy no. There with the Freetown City FC, then we get some small fracas and the Premier Board be take some decision them. We not be go in favor of Bo Rangers. We also see Usai, AYV and the BBC then be signed partnership with them for start one new program. We see Usai ACC say after I don't owe them people from that lockout, that master registrar, now it investigates them for waiting them be find out. We see the Premier League then be displaying trophies them, and we see police come with warning say then they want people them where they go attack them in their man them. Then they want them and the comments them back here not be fine. And today we see the National Delegates Conference then behold when the upper when all political parties association in combination with the PPRC and the government of Sierra Leone now then be organized that. Well, this now the thing that we go find our website and now we Facebook page and so the things then be unfold. And now I go bring in Tony Ture Jones. Yes, Tony, you want for about 1 minute waiting at all in a table. Well, if we not get Tony, make a bring in Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, you want more today?
Hello?
Yeah, okay, yes, we don't get Tony.
Hello?
Yes, carry on, sir.
Me, you're not just a concern. We get to deal with this fire business. We see we happen at GT Bank Nabo and the Jala campus and everything. I don't say difficult. They're not able to do everything in one go. But at least that is very, very important for let we get fire engine them, let fire force be equipped. At least if not even 100%, but at least let the major towns there, let them get fire engine them we'll be able to put out because considering the fact that there are a lot of documents and we don't go missing, because definitely, except if they get backup system somewhere else where they can forget some of them documents a day. But I'm really concerned with the plea to government. The difficulty, yes, but with the plea, that I'm really concerned where I get. And then the other news where I'm really, really happy for because we get to deal with agriculture. You mentioned about GTI. One for partner in helping agriculture in the salon. It's a good news. It's a welcome news because some of them things then they affect the economy a little bit because we spend more money outside where they make we get a favorable balance of payments or favorable balance of trade and all those kind of things because more money is going out for bring rest where we can able grow we all rest because we have all the resources I would say because we get the land when at the major thing where you need for growers. I mean, that's not my own take. My own take is, I mean, just on the fire side and the other areas, then we'll flash them out as we go along.
All right, thank you, Tony. Make up bring in Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, with all the things that we didn't lay on the table, which you are more to pass before we start.
No, I just want to hit on the fact that two things I want is the fact that we get a new Supreme Court judge panel and also appeals court, and then drop 4 and add some other one name. You know, this is an area we're very interesting because we all know the parts where that upper court they do, because then they influence law based on precedents and based on rulings. Then they influence policies based on the jurist specialism on a wide area of things. You know, the one thing I go want for saying at this area is, you know, the courts them, they're not for be political. They're not for get influences of politics. In a sense that the people them, you know, most of them can be government appointees. You know, I've been pleased to say this is only prevalent in the Western world, but we see how we play in developing nations as well. And the tendencies for make corruption take hold in the judicial systems in any developing country, that because of the political influence where the government at hand or the appointed head of state or other party influencers, they get a role for playing to the appointment of judges and whatnot. But again, if at all you get a sitting court or a sitting panel of judges, the little then forget political influences from outside, the better it is, and we will articulate the laws. And the other side where I want to talk about the city council and then trash collection units we then do. You know, this is one thing I will tell you this. Just before APC run out of power due to the military takeover, they may not begin to institute things like this. But we people them, we so complacent about one, hygiene, and 2, about policies. This is not the one thing with the handicap we as a nation, because we're very ignorant of the law, we're very ignorant of the fact. Even if you catch me red-handed and they do the wrong thing, instead of a type where they make shame, the one thing I do, that tap of the premise say, well, let me buy, you know, see John said the other day. No, if John do bad, it not necessarily means say Mary get for falla suit. So this is the area then. If they're able to enforce principles and people that adhere to them in day, to be honest with you, Salon we get a beautiful land, suitable for vegetation and whatnot. We position is so unique in that area there. We're not too big for making we will make and find. So it's not areas where, you know, probably we'll expand on them a little bit later, but people will be very cognizant of things where they happen and do it the right way. Thank you.
All right. Yes, NSC, you get the platform now, sir.
The thing we actually are beyond for talk on this year, the 2 panelists they don't touch on them because the 2 years they really have one church on this dustbin business and the agriculture. So I will take the judiciary. For quite too long, we don't have the judiciary corrupt. Anybody really in opposition say the judiciary corrupt, you don't believe in the judiciary. I believe so the SFP they say they don't believe in the judiciary corrupt. APC themselves don't come. They say they don't believe in the judiciary. I want to say plenty thank you to Francis Benkefala. We only hope and pray that no forces, no nothing, no good distract them. The roadway don't enough because we country want for better. With the judiciary being independent, everybody go afraid. We want to do something, you know, say if you go court, then they go deal with her, it will go jail. But if nobody is afraid the judiciary, then definitely the country national way, the people who just they do things like they see, during the past government we see click them come out, they just they kill people because they don't say when they go to court, then get people the way they go bypass for them, they call them pull them. So that road way first then Kefala take see that press this way they hold the master registrar would see other people there. I begin say, I think now the road don't begin to take so. Because if you don't go clean that office day, you get the correct people. You will talk about revenue mobilization. This government if it means nothing. And it's just for generate revenue. So now they take and see that money all because as is Ben Kefala in message they will put that tweet. That tweet I say the one day for the past 6 to 7 years we get receipts of which we don't pay. They are make it fall down to them, make it can go. That means this thing don't say where they happen. Government we don't they lost beaucoup revenue on that side. If you don't see how they go now, one man pocket to get different account there, I wonder. So when we brother everybody they all say the ground guy, yes, it gets for the guy. Because things not big again aside be there where all man they get, we can we go get somebody thief money. And not they know how they use them, they just they carry spray. But the one way you work for, like me, we months done, I'm not get nobody they give me during the week or so. Nobody know they give me €5, €10. Now what year they work? Now in the dinner me now they eat. So I know how they eat some. I don't before the month they done, I don't calculate almost na me feel for the month what they use. I know say that money don't they do. I don't full up my tank. The one what they eat, the balance what they keep. You see, but if you go to money no more, I go they say yeah now 10,000 for puts now then I say balance and to me, with Monica balance and to me. I just they use a 50 factor. I don't even get value for money. So when this government don't come, this thing they for make you put it in place, you get for you really get for dry. But what you mean they try for say as long as the government get because let's not forget the development drive where the government don't take so. Now money they for put there. We don't see. Now they talk about agriculture. People they come. Now the more people they believe in the government, they come for can give help. We don't see we say president don't work or any say we go. People they say we give. The only thing, in order for reflect this moment one day, it for take time. So I want to stop here and first, but okay. I want to say once again, I want to say plenty thank you to President Kefala for the road we don't see up.
All right, thank you, Senesi. Yes, Aaron, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, well, quickly, just 1 minute. You talk about this money with Japan. We understand that Japan forgive for agricultural production. Waiting interest me on that. When you talk, you mentioned Kabbalah. In the past, where governments they get then things when they do, then they focus more on the region side, the government of the DD. When you talk of Kabbalah, if this, I know they say the east or the south, then they're not deserving of that. But I mean, for let the government say, okay, let it go to Kabbalah or whatever, would have they make that decision? I think it shows some sense of national interest. This not to we party in our region for good and I think that make I feel happy about that. This other thing about Umfa Ali, NGC, or particularly APC, they say, well, no one thing. Now it seems this way when you talk of the independence of the election commission. That now the same thing we take that possible something you can set up. We something physical can help you. So much we see you say you can see and say well sometimes if they against it. Now we get some make sure say people that would put in them position the independent minded we then call. We don't know sometimes all this call we all in party the cause it unfair we don't know why sometimes the man what he do or he not do anything wrong, but is that because he not satisfied their own desire, and not necessarily means a party call for the replacement of the election commission. He's guilty or she's guilty or anything in this. But that Indian topic, that thing they a bit but I mean I don't know how true that is. Two things. One, now two things we don't get the Indian community for a long time in Sierra Leone and everything happened right now correct thing. We know we can hold the entire Indian community hostage. And I think it's a good thing then do when the Indian community make a press release say, well, we not a party to waiting the go. I think the waiting that also show now, like themselves believe say something wrong, something amiss happen, you know. So I don't know how to do that. Now make every country, like particularly in country, now make this illegal business. I strongly believe say now something complacent now you need to it. For let if no say this not true. For let somebody come on now this is not an organization. This is not just an individual. It come when they do them thing there. I don't imagine say that not true. You know that people when they get killed. Maybe when they kill people and forget them partner, the way they say that not gross abuse and disrespect for the integrity of the country as a whole. You know, some things that they can make up in mind can one boy way if now make me know with the government because somebody like that sometimes before they can go try and say if me not be president I don't be other house for waiting for happen because eventually happy you know it's not true how many people they don't kill or wasting that for getting part all internally but I'm hoping say that's not true. The only thing I'm talking to people when I take patients with the Indian community they don't serve me at the business community they open business they employ people we know we can take the extension of one person we put them on the entire Indian community. Finally, that money we see they recover from we ACC recover. I think say you know we will get with criticism of the ACC, but I said the ACC will do well. For let people away take government money, let them even when people are in piecemeal. You say I think $300,000 more therefore come out. We hope say that person they go pull that money there. You know, now then thing they will look up to. So if I reach outside I will left that so far. Finally or anyway, this city council where everybody talk about where they go put collection areas and for them things and yes, you know, like them disposable things and we recycling things. For you come on and you also go to it. Some of the failures of country, not so just the government, now the citizens we know, not that people they don't know say that is wrong. But why would you be doing that's what they told the thing at Gosa where you can. You know, so just left and so far.
Okay, make I just read the press release where we get that $1.5 million. It's a World Food Program welcome a contribution of $1.5 million from the government of Japan to support vulnerable communities affected by erratic rainfall in Pujeon and Cambia district of Sierra Leone. World Food Program will use this contribution from Japan to build resilience reaching more than 35,500 people for a period of 1 year through an integrated package of nutrition, school feeding, and livelihood support to foster recovery and build long-term resilience to future shocks. So Nadandi then get for use the $1.5 million for do. I wish they can tell me more how much expatriates they get for Falada.
I mentioned Kabbalah. Okay.
No, so, Pujeon and Cambia. Now Pujeon and Cambia. We just don't know how much expatriates get for Falada money they foresee that thing they come to pass because now they the money get for dwindle down. We first before we open the phone line fumble them, would they play with clip? Now the Commission of Inquiry would they go first, but good thing happened this week. A lot of things then they unfold. Let we go now the Commission of Inquiry, then we go come and open the phone line. We self go call and we self and the panelist and go WanPot. Let we listen.
Inside Court Instrument 67, before Commissioner Justice William Anan Atuguba, the state still open new case wey gets for do with the Road Maintenance Fund Administration, wey include the first time Minister of Finance, Momodu Kabo, first time Chairman for the Road Maintenance Fund, Yaya Sise, first time Chief Executive Officer for the Road Maintenance Fund, Abdul Kaloko, and 2 other people. Where in be they open the case, the lead state lawyer Musa Mewal say dem get document during the investigation wey show say the Road Maintenance Fund Administration dey go against the Procurement Act. Dem be abuse office and say senior management officer dem na the Road Maintenance Fund Administration give contract to dem family member dem and say the state go prove all this before the commission. Inside in testimony before the commission, the Deputy Auditor General Selvin Bell don say dem be audit the Road Maintenance Fund Administration from 2014 to 2017 and find out say Sierra Leone Road Authority (SLRA) dey give contract to Benton Villa for make the Kinjimi Bridge wey cost $4.7 billion and the money be later go up to $25.8 billion.
Looked at the books of RMFA, we noted that they awarded a contract, not RMFA but SLRA, awarded a contract to Benton Villa for the construction or rehabilitation of the Kinjimi embankment. When we reviewed the documents, we noted that the initial contract value was $4.7 billion. We also noted during the audit that there was an addendum to the contract, and this addendum increased the contract value by $25.8 billion. An institution we've audited the Road Maintenance Fund. We audited the first audit was done in 2016, it was in March, started on the 7th of March. We audited 2014 and 2015. We also audited 2014 and 15. We audited those two sets of accounts in 2016. Audit started on the 7th of March. We also audited the 2016 accounts submitted by the Road Maintenance Fund. That was done in 2017 August.
Selvi Bell carry on say where dem be dey look inside wetin the Road Maintenance Fund Administration be spend inside 2014 to 2015. Dem find out say dem be loan Benton Villa $5 million wey up till now Benton Villa not pay it to the Road Maintenance Fund Administration.
Another issue, when we reviewed the expenditure of RMFA in 2014 and 15, we noted that a loan of $5 million was given to Benton Villa. This was done in two tranches. There was an initial MOU for $2 million. This MOU was signed by RMFA, Ministry of Finance, and the contractor. They gave them the loan of $2 million in their dollar, but in two tranches, and there was a later one for $3 million. As per the document that we reviewed, the purpose of the loan was that the government was unable to pay Benton Villa for the construction of the new workers and the capital, so they resorted to come to RMFA to provide this loan to facilitate the construction of the road. When Benton Villa will submit the IPC, the interim payment request, the IPC, and the money will be recovered and paid back to RMFA.
Selvi Bell end up say during the investigation, they not see no documents which show say people be bid for the different contracts where the Road Maintenance Fund Administration be gets.
So look at the document, and what we noticed that they did not provide a document to show that procurement went through open competitive bidding. Document given to us, there are no justifications for the sole sourcing, but however we noted that addendum was awarded to the existing contractor Benton Villa. In 2014-15 and in 16, we followed up to see whether the money is given to Benton Villa has been recovered, because it was public money. So we wanted to see whether the money was recovered. In their response, the management of RMF, they said the money was not recovered from the IPC submitted by Benton Villa. But however, they have awarded another contract to RMFA to Benton Villa, which was worth, I think it was $16 million for the rehabilitation of the Waterloo Township project, and that they are going to recover the interim payment certificate IPC.
G. Conte, now the defense lawyer, will be represent 10 persons of interest here. No because examine the witness and say, then they wait for the next adjourn date. The commission be adjourned to Wednesday, March 20, 2019. For Radio Democracy, Leone Kabia the report.
Well, one for tell Leone Kabia, thank you for that report today. We just play all the Commission of Inquiry clip them we get, then before we go come talk on them proper, let we listen to this other one.
The Commission on Court Instrument 64, room number 1, Justice Biobele George Will, say the project manager for the Youth in Agriculture projects na the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Mustafa Toure, for fen lawyer wey for tinap for am because he say plenty allegation dem dey against am for sake of the 750 million leones couple wey he use for buy the 250-acre land na Koya chiefdom inside Port Loko district.
When we are through with all the evidence from the state, you will be among one of persons of interest because I need to know the truth of what they have said. If you need a lawyer, get a lawyer because the amount of things they said you did is not something you can explain sitting there now. They said a lot about you. When I say a lot. You know, for a teaser, do you know that out of the 750 million leones for the land at Masala, Berkekov, and Masuri, do you know how much they have said you gave them? The total you gave them was 247 million leones out of 750 million leones. This is not what you will play with. Mr. Mason, when you are through with all the evidence on this one, and when it is time for people to give me explanation, you will be among them that will explain. So please transfer his name from witness.
Justice George will talk this where the project manager for the Youth in Agriculture project, Mustafa Touhe, when have been witness before the commission, go tender documents of bank statements them from the National Youth in Farm Project account from September 2015 to January 2018, where he say na about 14 million leones then at this account now. Inside Court Instrument 67, room number 3, as Justice Anan William Atuguba, they continue for look inside the Road Maintenance Fund Administration matter, where they before the commission, we get for do with the first-time Minister of Finance, Momodu Koroma, first-time Chairman for the Road Maintenance Fund, Yaya Sise, first-time Chief Executive Officer for the Road Maintenance Fund, Abdul Kaloko, and the two first-time Minister of Works, Housing and Infrastructure, Alimami Petito Koroma, and Ibrahim Kemo Sise, where the State Council lawyer Musa Mewa been present documents where he gets, where they show how the Road Maintenance Fund Administration go against the Procurement Act, abuse of office, and give contracts to them family member them, where this be make the Deputy Auditor General, na Audit Service Salon, Selvin Bell, be explain what this document when at the audit, where they do na the Road Maintenance Fund from 2014 to 2017, who said them in not but one contract, where the Sierra Leone Roads Authority give to one Belton Villa, where now na Gento group of company, for make the Kinjimi Bridge wey cost about 4.7 billion leones, and the couple is say been go up to 25.8 billion leones. It talk about the $5 million couple, where now na Gento group of company belongs to the Road Maintenance Fund Administration, where he said say now Benton Villa not pay this couple. This na for the minds of people, but waiting the Deputy Auditor General, Salvin Bell, be testified before the commission this BNTM, where he cross-examine the witness, the defense lawyer Amadou Koroma, where go represent the first-time Minister of Finance, Momodu Kagbo. Inside cross-examination, they ask the witness, the Deputy Auditor General, na Audit Service Salon, Selvin Bell, for explain how the first-time Minister of Finance, Momodu Kagbo, go against the 1991 Constitution. He said during investigation, they found out say Road Maintenance Fund, Sierra Leone Roads Authority, and the Ministry of Finance be approved the MOU for make them give the $5 million loan to Belton Villa, where now na Gento group of company. Wait say now, this company not pay this corporate, where this Salvin Bell say go against the 1991 Constitution, where he send a parliament for approve any loan where government institution and they give out.
Some of the issues that you have talked about this commission in your mandate pointed out that the former Minister of Finance, Momodu Kagbo, was in breach of the Constitution. Also, that he was in breach of Section 118 of the Sierra Leone Constitution.
I said in my testimony that RMFA gave out a loan of $5 million to Gento Group and Company, Benton Villa, in breach of Section 118 of the Constitution.
And then you went further to say it was the Honorable Minister of Finance who gave the approval for the law.
I said in the MOU that was signed, it is mentioned that it's in concurrence with the Ministry of Finance. I did not say the Minister of Finance. In concurrence with the Ministry of Finance that they gave out the loans to the contractor.
So you were saying it was the Ministry of Finance that gave the approval for the loan.
I said in the MOU.
As an auditor, if they have concurrence from the Minister of Finance, there is no breach of any law or regulation.
The fact that they gave out loans to an institution
Who gave out?
IMFA gave out the loan to a contractor, and it's clear in the constitution 118 that every form of loan should have a permanent approval.
Then Commission Yado adjourned to Thursday, March 21 this year, with support from Leone Kabia for Radio Democracy. Mina Elizabeth Campbell, the reports.
Yeah, we want to tell Elizabeth Campbell, thank you, and Leone Kabia in 98.1. Well, we don't hear the name Gentle. Let we hear waiting Gentle in say about waiting and the accuse him for right now.
Kinjimi contracts start at 4.7 billion, but then they give we additional works. Then when at the addendum, we take them up. You get addendum 1 and addendum 2. We take the project up to above the original amount.
You talk about addendum 1 and 2. Now, the point where many people is saying that this day way out of the Kinjimi project site, plenty by the fact around Hill Station, Juba area, then addendum they can.
Now, when you do projects, for example, if you do Shaka Stephen Street, you get what you then call variation. Variation now him get for the along Shaka Stephen Street. But addendum is an additional work. So long as na road, it can be any other side. Additional works now I mean by addendum. If in a variation on the project, now info be alongside the same project. But when an addendum, additional work, it can fall anywhere, so long as na road.
The same issue happened at the Waterloo Township project, where the road maintenance fund increased from $16.9 million to $6 million.
You know, I need to forget some things and clearly, I'll make you understand. Make a come first to Kinjimi. Kinjimi was awarded to us just before the Ebola. Whilst we were constructing it, we get the Ebola outbreak. When they do the construction, now then give you the contract for construct Kerry Town. Now we not be the only construction company will be there in the country we left doing Ebola time will be the work. The government be want activities and for God, they want for create employment for people. One thing where they see and say, okay, Gentle, now you know the only construction company where they work right now every day in town. Will they give additional work them for let you improve on the road network in the country? This is how the addendum come about for Kinjimi.
Many people in argument now that for get addendum, you forbid open and get a fresh procurement. People bid and all.
Sambola, how you they go do procurement per Ebola term where other company no be there? Me not in a position for argue that. You know what I mean? Me a contract then give me and a contract me they execute. And again, these are the same advantage where them sees per me on the Lincoln Way to Regent contract will lead to the Waterloo addendum. Now me don't sign the contract from Lincoln Way Hill Station to Regent Village. Then pull the contract na me hand, say then they give Chinese company. Chinese them. They go pull contract na Chinese man and na China and give them to Sierra Leone. It's not possible. That time there I was very, very upset. In fact, I say I will stop the Ilkot Road project.
So na compensation.
Yes.
The Waterloo project way from the 16.9 to $25 million. They say una secure loan from the road maintenance fund $5 million. We una say them for deduct and this Waterloo project. But the deputy auditor general in point now that from since 2017, them fell say that money they still road maintenance fund able recover.
You know, let me get certain things straight. Cash flow was very, very tight. Ministry of Finance at the time not get money. Then say RMFA didn't get money. So make RMFA borrow me this money. Yes, I applied to RMFA. RMFA borrow me the money. This money I'll be supposed to pay back from the Ilkot Road project. But however, down the line, then tender the Waterloo project, I win that contract day. When I win that project day, compensate me because then take the Lincoln Way to Regent contract for me.
Now, for the $5 million. Now
let's tell you. The $5 million now, we get meeting. Where I get letter them, I get the evidences them and everything. Between SLRA, RMFA and Ministry of Finance. We agree say the 30% of this $42 million Waterloo project for be about $12.4 million. We agree at a meeting they say then go deduct this $5 million from that $6.4 million wey for be the advance payment for Waterloo.
But we don't get confirmation receipt or other things say.
Of course, yes. We get letter where IMF write to we August 2017 outlining wetin we agree na the meeting na Ministry of Finance. We then in turn apply for the advance payment from Ministry of Finance in September 2017. When we send out, Ministry of Finance receive am. The advance payment wey dem give we for Waterloo is minus 5 million wey we agree na the meeting say na that dem go do. Wey they don't do that already.
When they come, when your judgment come, they not see any proof or document for support that one day.
We explain to Auditor General.
Oh, Ali.
I will show them proofs as well. But what the Auditor General say, the thing we still the show na RMFA them books. So them want MFA and Ministry of Finance do the reconciliation.
Well, na Gento, na him be the defend himself for that $5 million. Everybody do hear from the start, from the Commission of Inquiry, Tito Usai Gento in the explain now how this thing happened. You will listen now, or wherever you do it, listen, you get the opportunity now for call and be part of the program. The number for call, na United States number, we na 646-610-3107. United States number where the country code na 1-646-610-3107. Or United Kingdom number where the country code na 44-739-803-0402. The number again, United Kingdom 44-739-803-0402. If you watch me through Facebook Live, just look under the screen, you will see the numbers then for call. Well, we'll go straight to the Commission of Inquiry. Yes, Tony, waiting now you take on the Commission of Inquiry. You get 1 minute, sir, for pick on one thing and just talk on them. You get 1 minute to get the platform, sir.
Before Tony will start, I want you to tell me who this individual will speak on behalf of Gento is. Who is it?
No, in a Gento, now the Gento then they be the speak.
Okay.
This last person, in a Gento.
CEO,
yes, the owner. Yes, he's the owner of the company.
Now construction company?
Yes, now construction company in a salon, and he's a Sierra Leonean.
Okay, all right, sure.
Okay, yes, Tony, you get the platform. Well, I can call with Yusuf. If Tony will not get it right now. Yusuf available?
Hello.
Yes, Tony.
Hello.
Yes, you get the platform, sir.
I say me aims and hopes and admiration of Salon. I wish we don't start then see where we do so right now. Then thing is in a sense wherein we get for like do a forensic audit, like serving the say and whatever, we'll go into things then, you understand? Probably we're not going to get some bad deals, some bad contracts, some other thing but we hope say this could be a learning curve for we all. I mean this will set a precedent for any future any government to come wherein people don't go for give account. Because when you listen, you understand? I know they say Gento is not saying the truth. He probably might be saying, one person and one for the local, Sierra Leoneans or indigenous people them get company like the one and the way they get contract them rather than with the CSC and other international companies where they take with resources and can go. But I think we just need to make some things straight. In a day with the Commission of Inquiry, I think it just needs for presenting documents then. You understand? There's nothing on as the defendant self say anyone was the sole company by them, but at least back those things by documents, because now there's a corruption. The deputy auditor general says it there. They say there is no contract, they not see, there is no bidding, there is no whatever. At least where evidence is proof relief, so at least everything goes. So they're going to forget a true and fair view, as audit can say, of the entire thing. But really and truly, you understand, a nice for make we continue this trend with Salon so. Because all this, we not get problem against people building mansions, people driving good cars and everything. Because that's good. And once you don't achieve certain thing in life, you don't reach self-actualization. Definitely, now you dream never. But let us do it in the right way. Previous contract, the previous, government, we all see, even the road, the Waterloo road, the toll road, where people they pay toll for, those things were not done the right way. So at the end of the day, it's like a rip-off. You understand? Let them give them time, make it produce a document because in a sense, Sierra Leonean way, I can always please Naya say, let Sierra Leoneans go back and do business, Sierra Leonean and go invest in such set of companies because Jenso was one of those scenarios where he gets an investor from elsewhere. He took them down to Sierra Leone. At the end of the day, we take over the company. At least let them go into everything. Let's do a real forensic audits and try for you understand, or give them time, probably get the documents there, or probably something else happen because we all know contracts have been awarded in Sierra Leone. We are in party business, you understand? You are going to do this contract, you have to get kickbacks at the end of the day, nobody cares, you understand? The innocent man suffer, the people of Salon suffer, you understand? So I really just the trend at which things they go. That's the main concern. Where I'm really happy because no there for say.
Okay. All right, thank you. Make a bring in Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, we just need some clarity at the beginning. I don't know if Namino hear properly or they talk about $5 billion.
No, nah.
$5 billion.
No, be 5 billion leons. Now mistake that first reporter did be mistake. Yes, this second one because clear everything. With that first one, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so then I'm one concern because I want to say I want $5 billion. Even with GDP, I'm not going to bring Salon down in any respect, but whether they were what that kind of contracting at Salon could just go build 3-4 bridges. Now, the accountability process, therefore, takes hold. In as much as they admire anybody where they do anything in any country for improve the lives of the people and for improve your own personal life, me a day in the air of caution. We get these things today. I've been not saying this at this program one time before. Yes, most of we all able to get track of papers, but we know within our scanners. If somebody send you an invoice, somebody send you a bill, somebody send you any kind of legal documentation, scan them, put on a portable file. You get something that probably it holds 1, 2, 3 terabytes of data. You're able to keep them. For a day like this today, you'll be able to come, gents will be able to clear the air for the Salon people and for your benefit as well. If not that, you will get to jam somewhere. Well, contracts. I know now then they award them, and if they get a good bidding process for them. I'm not an expert in this area, I don't know much, so I will yield. I just get concerned because this get for the happen in the future. This get for the happen. A lot of things get for camp. If one could patronize the country, people then get expert knowledge about certain areas where they go for development salons. So if they go for their own personal interest or for safeguard their own business and their livelihood in their company, they need to keep documentation properly. So I'll just stop short for now and allow the other panel.
All right, thank you. Yes, NSC, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say something of this road maintenance for now. Let people they know first who side this money they come out. This road maintenance fund, who side they get their money. This road maintenance fund, we the past government can create an office for the state because all this money will go to SLRA, when they make roads. Later they can make special office one for this employment. This money they come out from each gallon of fuel or each liter of fuel what people they buy. They get a percentage with the license of vehicles. The tickets what people they pay for, we have to call the big tickets.
we they pay for the road maintenance fund get percentage for each ticket, just the way they get percentage.
Senesi, I want all you there. Senesi, I want all you. You get a bad feedback. I don't know if now the earphone we use or something, but you get a bad feedback. Who's are you there? Yes, now it's clear. Yes, now be the earphone. Continue, sir.
Okay, maybe like the earphone. Okay, like I say,
the earphone of France, they're not good, you know.
Yes, continue, sir.
Okay, sir, no problem. So, like I say, the money in this particular office, what did they use? Now, money where each liter of fuel you buy, then get the percentage there. License, whether it be driving license or vehicle license, then get percentage there. So now money where they go to them every day, then they receive money every day, and the other money where they can just like we they talk about road projects then. Money where they come out from them grants where they come, they say will they help this country for make road this that way ADB they kilegi. Now they go direct. So now then they pull money for make roads. So anybody when you go license, members yourself don't give small thing for we don't contribute to the road maintenance fund. So like what do they do? Just like what it when they say. It good for there we they ask people then for the stewardship. If we do this, we don't go far. That money where they go in that place. Then people then we don't get so much money, they don't even know how to use them. So now make when they stock here and they say that money they did. Will be the city because the past government, what will be the even the Minister of Education, we ask them about education, they say you know see road, na road will they make. So there was money for make roads. And the road maintenance fund, all the licensing, this that then they get money, they study. So then we just use them. But like we get to the talk now, get to in the defend myself. Yes, myself if not myself, in a contract in Guiam. What will be the commodity no commodity you see now sign for? People that be just they go take, they make everybody be the Allah. You know see road, na road will they make, na road will they make. You know one thing, just like we start the program, way before the program they start, people they call, way they say the ground dry. There is one thing. We get to start somewhere. This accountability. If we only this government serious about this accountability, they're able to lay that foundation. Believe me, in the next 3-4 years, Salon, we go tell you say anybody will send money. The people, they reach down to the people, they reach for the purpose, and people will see them say yes, this money will come, they don't use them in that right way. But people not be the monitor. When money go, we just hear no more pass, say money don't come. Who's they end up? People just see all man don't put on their pocket, they go, they spray and they do any other kind of thing. But with this kind of thing, everybody is afraid. So I want to commend this government who said they start, never mind the stop the block the day for how for beginner. Now we see we heard a brother they call and they say can't give witness, can't ask witness. Now I don't talk person of interest. Because there was no accountability, people not be they just be they do the money. If the people they follow the Commission of Inquiry, if they really know say something is wrong somewhere, not only today. Things we don't happen long since. Even for if them the start a Commission of Inquiry from the independent, will be getting independent. If we don't say plenty things will happen. And we want to say thank you to this government for let it start this. And I believe they go for try for stand firm because if not to done the next government when they come, I believe they go for run after them back. But now a good thing. So people them where they use the country money that way the others that be. They go for give account, they go for give a stewardship. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you tell we say we great granddaddy then we can found Salon even if them we make Commission of Inquiry, then go find them one thing. Alright. Yeah. Yes, Arun. No problem. Yes, Arun. You get the platform, sir.
You know, Tony start with you ask you stress document. Then Yusuf mentioned something. He talked about how contracts are kind of given, and some talk about a percentage. Some group they get percentage. If you listen to some of those things, you find out that some of the things in that way can lead to I mean, complacency. When think about the money way this company gets for the construction project. You know, in a sense, tell me, say this gentle company, then in a way they get an contractor, then they take advantage of them. And honestly, I will tell you, for that amount of money go to a particular local company, for given the nature of what you will be made the previous government for corruption not take place somehow. It's difficult. I'm not saying that not the case, but it's difficult for them to happen. What thing we make clear now that the first and foremost thing we can have in mind, looking at the structure of this company within they give this contractor. Now it's very good to know they get local companies then they get involved in union construction because they get more interest past foreign institutions. But looking at the structure of it, in a one-man business, a two-man business, a waiting, stuff like. Let's imagine see this is a one-man the owner. Government give him like $5 million. That man they die. I'm not pay for that. At the end, whether in do the construction or with at the end of the money that the government not get inside in the go like a company, well structured company where they say even if the man will form the company no longer there, then just either than the company will be accountable. And then looking at the structure, the nature of this company.
Okay, make I just help you on that. It's a group of companies. Yes, it's a gentle group of companies. Not in one day. It's a very big company. It's a very big company.
The reason why I make an account with that way, now the money says go for good defect. You were expecting something they will get safety, they'll get publicity safety, they'll get PR or anything. You know, so you make a remember say, so for this man I want it. Okay, that's understandable. You know, but just like when you talk to it for documentation, all the things is very important for those who get there. The other thing where I pick out now this conversation with the report. I don't know if I get that correctly. That some company that they lent money from the road, how you call them, fund or from government institution. How come that for be? Why not company that will go lend money to government in that kind of structure? In that when you as a company then they lend money, then they go to the bank. But if there is a fund, why make the fund for the government money to certain individual or companies? I don't know if I get that correctly, but that is doubtful. And when once you see them and they happen, now they misappropriation of funds, then they happen. You know, so just like where everybody say, let the company, the people that are the company, let them present them documents, and this is just like how you say also, if let's say all them things have been on the, if companies then no say them to be accountable, they'll call them for good stewardship of money they receive. Now, a very good thing for that where everybody run away. You get a local company where people run. I mean, it shows confidence in the country. You know, we just hope, say, whatever money is missing, they will be accountable for them. And I just want to wish this gentle company good. Whatever mistake they make, they will solve with government, it will be good, you know. Now, there I will stop.
Okay.
Hey, Tripoli.
Yes.
Hello. I can come in quick.
Senesi, wait. Yes, Yusuf, you get 1 minute. Senesi, just wait. Yusuf, you get 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, quick. I mean, I just want to say, you know, for us to then, for any company, you know, these are two-pronged stuff I see, but based on our own thesis. For make a company get an establishment, any city, state, or town, they put this based on experience in the state. And I believe in the same guidelines, even though it will be exactly 100% to 100% as alone. But if the structure of a company, if not a limited liability company or an incorporation or a corporation, then get a structure for them. Either somebody put the books where it can, where they do the application, or they're not being too care for getting the licenses to operate. Now, Gentle, in this case, I may understand it very vague on this, but somebody saying a big company and a group of companies, which I respect. We don't deal with family operate company, LLCs, and salon and some other stuff. And I know how hard it was back in the time. But the key and underlying thing is now accountability. This is the word everybody talk. from we the panelists then to even the reporter then. Accountability that is key word now. We don't need commission of inquiries if people are accountable to themselves first. But the thing we're lacking amongst we state and amongst we culture, Salone in particular, for me we see results like what's they happen now, and because of we lack the accountability process. Let me, Rashid, say, how you will see company they can borrow money from another company, we then left the other proper channels to go to the right bank or to go to the right community bank or commercial bank. So I will let that question for be answered by other people. But I think this will need for the highlights so the proper things can take place. Thank you.
Yes, I'm saying you get 1 minute, sir.
Yes, make I answer that question. Why they go take money from this place? Because the 2000 Act make the provision, because don't forget see this particular road maintenance fund. Now people they get money every week, every day, every month. Money they go there. Once people they license, so they always get reserved. So the 2010 Act, we give them the mandate for let they exist. Talk say they can even lend money to other institutions, to other government departments by the approval of Parliament. Before they give the money, the Minister of Transport or the Minister of Trade, now they will come together through the approval of Parliament, then they lend the money. Now this they fail for do, but the road maintenance fund gets enough reserve, just like NASIT, where they for collect some more, they spend enough for collect some more, so they get enough reserve where they can give to all the other possible, but through the approval of Parliament, then at the 2010 Act, I'm not going to go through no more, we'll give the correct regulation, but then at the 2010 Act of the road maintenance fund, they can give out money to any institution, but if I go through Parliament.
All right, thank you for that clarification there. I will just read the text and we pertain to what we do before we go to the next topic. Ibrahim M. Sankor, he said this commission, if they manage and well, it could be one of the best things that ever happened in our country inside recent time. He says he go team up for change the dynamics of politics and the civil service na Mama Salone. Moses Shilon say, he say accountability and transparency na Salone. He say na the only way. He say keep it up, Commission of Inquiry. He say we dey on the right track. Bravo SLPP. Now waiting Moses Shilon say yanda. We don't talk about Commission of Inquiry. Other thing will be happen again this week na be that incident na Gad Street.